Remember what birthdays were like as a child? How on that day your parents might throw you a party, buy you a cake, and light some candles. And people would ask, how do you feel? Do you feel different? Any older? Most times we just gave them the shoulder or simply said, no, I don't feel any older. But other times we would imagine in our minds that a change had come because one day was past and a new one had begun. Approximately every 365 days, a new calendar year begins. People scribble down new goals, new dreams, new aspirations, thinking that the first day of the year has some magical power to manifest these declarations. You say, I want to get in shape and watch my weight. I want to prioritize my relations and not live up to social media's expectations. I want to believe in myself and stop comparing me with everyone else. I want to start my own business or learn to enjoy my singleness. I want to grow my spirituality by leaving behind the mentality that it's impossible to live out Bible morality. The motivation was high January 1 and January 2, but then people got discouraged because they thought making a New Year's resolution was all they had to do. Now I have something I want to get off my chest, so before clicking off this video, listen to the rest. It's not your birthday or a new year that makes you, you. It's the daily choices you make that make you, you. Hear me out. Every day we make thousands of choices. Some are wrong and some are right. But why put off for tomorrow when you could begin tonight? Why put off for later when you could start right now? To accomplish your goals, you have to know who controls your willpower. Because willpower is real power. God works in us and then does His good pleasure. Our job is to pray, Dear Lord, to you I surrender. Then stop getting stuck between your desires and taking action. Leave the excuses alone and let those convictions gain traction. Now, in order to move forward in 2023, I had to look hard at what the previous year taught me. The best way to move forward is to look at your past. So here's 5 lessons I learned, not this year, but last. 1. Turn negative words and deeds into a positive situation. The devil uses these things as a tactic of intimidation. 2. Consistency is better than intensity. I first weighed this on Instagram, but it's worth £1. Since then, I've been using it to turn my life around. 3. My mind is my greatest limiter. Once I knew that, I put all doubts on the perimeter. 4. Make time to have fun. Solomon said, there is a time for everything under the sun. Lastly, if you want to see who your real friends are, just get closer to God. I learned this before, but I experienced it even more. See, the closer you get to God, the farther so-called friends will move away. They won't have the courage to smile or the audacity to say hey. I drew warmth from the coldness of others and loyalty from their treason. I added layers to my skin like you do when it's freezing. In your life, some people's tenure is short, for others it's long. Simply hold fast to what's good and you will never go wrong. In conclusion, I ask, will 23 just be a new year, but the same you? I know that my God is able to create in you a clean heart, forgive your sins and give you a new start. Make your old man die like the leaves in the fall. You spring up a new creature, not in some things, but all. And if that's not impetus enough to nudge you to advance in spiritual changes, these next words will determine where you'll be through the ages. Our deeds are being chronicled in the ledger of heaven. That's Ecclesiastes 12 verse 14 and Revelation 22 verses 12 and 11. One thing is certain, we can't go back to 2022. So what will this year's record say of you?